Go ahead and open the meeting and start with the Pledge of Allegiance this morning. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. I can ask for approval of this morning's agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next, I can ask for consideration of approval of the minutes dated April 20th, 2022.
Move to approve.
A second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item I have is consideration of approval for claims for payment dated April 27th, 2022.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next I have is consideration to approve the resolution allocating the American Rescue Plan Act funds as we discussed over the last few weeks.
So this is the 3.273,272,138 as lost revenue to be spent on government services. I'll go ahead and make that a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion, and a second, any discussion? Just for clarification, this is just claiming the amount and it'll go, since it was under the threshold, we can put that into the general fund for use, but every dollar has to be accounted for. And so we've been working to make sure the accounting mechanisms and audit mechanisms are in place going forward on the allocations of those funds. Anything else to add, Renee or Lance?
I talked to Michelle yesterday, and I think it's in its own separate fund, but we can use it for like general expenses.
Right.
So
Okay, if there's no other discussion, roll call, Jolene.
Lance,
Aye.
Renee, aye. BJ.
Aye. Motion carries. Next, I have consideration of a Class C liquor license to the Radcliffe Friendly Fairways Golf Course.
I will make a motion to approve their Class C liquor license.
I will second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
It says tentative effective date of April 15th. It would have to be today.
I would go by whatever they're requesting. I think that's their opening, isn't it? I think so. So I would prefer to approve it as applied for through the Alcoholic Beverages Division, which is the 15th.
Okay.
So I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next I have is request for permit for the Iowa Falls Lodge, the Loyal Order of the Moose, for a Class A liquor license effective May 1st through April 30th, 2023.
I'll make that motion to approve.
I'll second it.
I have a motion, and a second. Any discussion? The one thing I would wonder is if there's on the previous one and this one, I'm guessing they overlap or one picks up before the other drops off, would be my guess. So,
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item I have is a consideration of mowing bids on the county home cemetery.
I read Daryl's explanation. So it boils down to, do we think there's going to be more than 13 mowings or less? I like the idea of just doing the straight $1,000 for the year. Then we have our number. We don't have to guess, we don't have to wonder, we don't have to put stipulations. It was $75 a piece or each time for each of those two candidates, or $1,000 maximum for one of the candidates. I'm happy with the $1,000 maximum this year.
If it is more mowings, we still have working with the
No,
same dollar amount.
Yeah, I did verify, or I called a trustee on the Jackson Township Cemetery, which is down the road from there. The one candidate does the work there. They were very exceptional. The one with the $1,000, they were very happy with the services that they were provided by this person. So that being said, I still prefer the $1,000, but I believe it's qualified candidate.
You have the name,
It'd be
For the-
Kale Carr
Gail Carr, okay,
with $1,000 unlimited mowing.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? I appreciate County Attorney Meyer's input there and Lance for you doing the follow-up. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, I have is consideration of a 28E agreement with Franklin County on the CICS, so Central Iowa Community Services agreement. So Central Iowa Community Services, our regional mental health entity, our board decided to make all of our staff go to a single point of employment. And through our discussion at the regional mental health level, we took requests for proposal and we accepted the proposal of Franklin County to be the single point of employment for all of the CICS staff. So those 15 counties, any of the employees in those counties will now be, starting July 1st, 2022, will become Franklin County employees going forward. So Franklin County will administer benefits, vacation, retirement plans, any ancillary services that their handbook provides. I have been in contact with Ehlers and Cooney, and as the chair of the Regional Mental Health Board, everything's in line, and I think that our concerns have been addressed from the Regional Mental Health Board side about the continuity of operations and making sure that there is a standard across the board where somebody in Warren County may be losing a little on their dental insurance, but may be gaining something on chiropractics, for an example. So we tried to bring as much equity to the table as possible. So I suggest the approval of the 2080 agreement with Franklin County today.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2080 agreement between Franklin County and Hardin County.
I'll second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion, Lance?
Yeah, it's, so our general assistance for Hardin County is, they are contracting to us for about 10% use. It's kind of weird that we're contracting Franklin County to do our general assistance. It's the same employee that we've had doing general assistance. There's just not going to be an employee of Franklin County with 10% of their services here. It's kind of a weird concept.
Yep.
But at 10%, if it was higher, if it's 50%, I'd probably prefer keeping it here and contracting with them for the rest.
Right. And I know other counties had the same concern, but with a low percentage of workload or delegated duties, it
made more sense.
yeah,
this way.
it was able to be accepted. Yep, I agree. Renee?
So is that person going to be working out of Franklin County then?
No.
Will they have an office there or will they remain here?
They'll have an office here, an office somewhere else.
Right, it'll be split, but yeah, the services won't change here.
Okay.
Yep. All right, if there's no other discussion, roll call.
Lance?
Aye.
Renee? Aye. BJ?
Aye, motion carries. I'm gonna skip one thing and then get back to Mark. I'm going to ask to consider the change of status for Jacob Chacon. Okay, as a part-time jailer resigning effective March 25th, 2022.
I'll make that motion to approve.
A second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Mark, you're up. Good morning.
Good morning, all. So kind of give you an update on what we've been working on for the last month or so. So project RVP is now public. I sent you an email on that yesterday, and it's been announced that River Valley Pipe will be expanding its production capacity into Iowa Falls. It'll be River Valley Pipe's second production facility. They have their home office in Lincoln, Illinois. And the plans are for about a $2.5 million capital investment and to hire 12 employees. They're located in the former Riverside Book and Bible building down on Waller Street in Iowa Falls. And the building and grounds have actually been going under some modifications to accommodate their needs. So we're excited to announce that new manufacturing firm, new jobs in Hardin County. We also hope that it provides some much needed supplies for our local drainage contractors. They produce an agricultural drain tile and all the accessories for that. So helping our locals find a steady supply of product and hopefully a more cost-effective one as well. We continue to meet with Project Harris, who is interested in our certified site. We're working right now to resolve an issue with an option on property that they would like to control. Project Stone has made an offer on property that Iowa Falls Community Investment Corporation owns in the Jennings Industrial Site. So that is the last piece of industrial property that we have in Iowa Falls. So we need to retool and reload. But hopefully we'll be able to announce a new business coming there in the near future. The Scooters project is taking shape on the corner of 65 and Roxylvania. They actually hope to be open by the end of May, so moving along pretty fast. Nimrod Meats, the meat locker, is working on inspections, and they also plan to open very soon. So looking forward to that. IFADC conducted a marketing campaign targeted towards the manufacturing sector. We partnered with the Iowa Economic Development Authority. We did see some increased activity on our website, as that's where targets were directed, but it's yet we haven't gotten any leads out of it. So just getting our name out there. I have about a dozen businesses that I'll be meeting again with the Iowa State University Center for Research and Industrial Service. We had our first meeting back in February and discussed our workforce dilemma. And this time, each of those businesses that participated and wanted to move forward were asked to complete a survey. And we're getting back together now to go through the survey and start working on potential opportunities in workforce recruitment. So that'll be happening. We'll start the meet on May 12th. Maxfield Research has provided additional recommendations based on the housing study that they completed for Iowa Falls. That study was adopted by the Iowa Falls City Council at the last meeting. And this provides some real target numbers within the variety of residential properties. So it gives us something to work as we try to move forward. We worked with Hardin County Endowment Foundation and the Iowa Falls Chamber to hold a listening session with the Kansas Leadership Center on entrepreneurship. That was held the end of March. We had over 20 people attend. We had great discussion. So I'm looking forward to receiving the summary of ideas and some strategies going forward on how we can increase entrepreneurship throughout the county. Just yesterday, Iowa Falls Area Development held a lunch and learn to present our two area businesses, the release of our recent labor shed study that was just completed. That shows the geographical area that we pull labor from. It shows the wages and benefits that people are currently being paid, as well as what they want to receive. And it shows the amount of people who consider switching jobs. It shows commuting patterns and a host of other information. So we have about 24 businesses that attended that. That information is all on our website under workforce. So all the new information has already been uploaded and is available. IFADC kicked off our strategic planning with a small core group to look at the scope of that planning process and what we would do going forward. Lance was part of that team. We appreciate your work there. So we'll see how that goes going forward. And finally, the new laundromat on the west side of Graphics Plus is open. So we're back to having a place for people who don't have a washer and dryer to do their laundry in Iowa Falls. So it's one of those things that when you lose it, you realize how great of a need there is. So glad to have that back. That's all. Any questions?
Will River Valley Pipe have like a retail outlet, so Gerke's could go up there and buy pipe right off the dock? Will that
Yes.
be- So
Yeah,
they
it's
won't
my
have,
understanding they will.
okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Nimrod Meats, will they be processing whole animals, or are they going to do primal cuts in the door,
As far as I understand, they're gonna be doing.
whole animal?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Mark,
Yes.
the city of Isle Falls just recently purchased the Grand Javante property. Are there any plans to work on that?
Yes, we don't know exactly what those plans are. The city had put an option on that property a little over a year ago, and that option was coming up. And with the advent of selling our last piece of industrial property, the city felt it prudent to go ahead and purchase that with the idea that it could be commercial, it could be industrial, may even be residential, depending on kind of how we go through the strategic planning process and see what our greatest need is and what's the highest, best use of that property. So I don't know for sure yet exactly what's going to happen, but something will.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Thank
Anything
you,
else?
Mark.
All right. Thank you.
All right, anything else, Lance?
No.
Taylor, 410s this week? Okay. So the secondary roads crew will go to Monday through Thursday, 4 10-hour days.
Yep,
Instead of,
6 to 4:30.
okay. Anything else for me?
Nope.
Lori? Jolene, Michelle?
I just want to remind people that if you didn't pay your property taxes in March, that you still have time for just April penalty. Has to be postmarked by the end of April or in the office, Dropbox, online. Just want to get that paid. May 1st, delinquent notices will go out, or May 2nd. And then there will be a cost also, plus another month's interest. So if you want to avoid that extra cost and that extra interest, get those taxes paid by the end of this month.
Please and thank you.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Daryl, anything?
No.
Thomas? Jolene? Dave? Michael? All right, with that, I can ask for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, we're adjourned.